Did you know that an alligator can go through 3,000 teeth in its lifetime? That's right. Our toothy friends from the swamplands have quite a dental journey. Now, wouldn't it be fascinating to learn more about these magnificent creatures? Well, you're in luck because today, we're going to embark on a captivating journey. We'll explore the life of a very special alligator, Allie. From the moment she cracks out of her egg, we'll be there. We'll witness her first adventurous swim and see how she grows into a strong, wise alligator. Along the way, we'll learn some interesting facts about alligators and their fascinating world. And who knows, we might even encounter some of Allie's friends from the swamp. So, buckle up because we're about to dive deep into the marshes and rivers right into Allie's world. So, let's dive into the world of Allie the alligator. In the heart of the jungle, among the tall grass and the murky waters, Allie the alligator was born. Now imagine the scene. The jungle rustles with an air of excitement and anticipation. There's a hush among the trees, a pause in the symphony of the jungle as if every creature is holding its breath. In the midst of this silence, the miracle of life unfolds. From a nest hidden carefully among the reeds, a tiny alligator snout pokes out. This is Allie, our little alligator heroine, making her first appearance in the grand theater of life. The moment is magical, almost surreal. The jungle seems to burst into a chorus of celebration. The birds chirp merrily, the monkeys hoot with joy, and even the wind seems to whisper words of welcome. Allie blinks her tiny eyes, taking in the vibrant colors, the myriad sounds, and the pulsating life of her new home. But Allie isn't one to sit still for long. She's an adventurer at heart, just like her mom. And so, she begins her first journey of exploration. She waddles over the soft, marshy ground, her tiny feet making small impressions in the mud. She sniffs at the tall grass, the scent of the jungle filling her nostrils. Every leaf, every twig, every pebble is a new discovery, a new adventure waiting to happen. She dips her snout into the cool water, sending ripples across the surface. She watches, fascinated, as a dragonfly flutters by. She stops to gaze at her reflection in the water, her curious eyes wide with wonder. She's just a tiny speck in the vast expanse of the jungle, yet she's ready to make it her own. Through it all, she's not alone. Her mother watches over her, a proud and protective figure. She's there to guide Allie, to teach her the ways of the jungle, to prepare her for the adventures to come. But for now, she lets Allie explore, to learn, to grow. Now, isn't that quite an adventurous start to life? Before we continue with Allie's story, how about a quick quiz? Let's see how well you've been paying attention to our charming alligator tale. Now, here's a question for you. Do you remember how many teeth an alligator can go through in its lifetime? Is it 100, maybe 1,000, or could it be even more? Picture those big toothy grins we've seen on Allie. Each of those teeth, believe it or not, has a lifetime of its own, and when one falls out, another takes its place. It's like a never-ending assembly line of teeth. But just how many could there be? All right, time's up. No peeking at the internet for answers now. How many teeth can an alligator go through in its lifetime? Keep that answer in your mind, we'll reveal it in a bit. Now let's dive back into Allie's world and see what she's up to next. After some days, Allie was ready for her first swim. In the heart of the swamp, surrounded by the lush green foliage, Allie, the little alligator, was preparing for a big step in her life. Yes, it was time for her first swim. As she stood on the muddy bank, her tiny heart was thumping with a mix of excitement and nervousness. After all, this was a big moment for her. Allie looked at the water. It was a vast expanse of unknown. But she knew, as an alligator, this was her destiny. This was where she belonged. She took a deep breath and with a little push, she slid into the water. Oh, how the water felt against her skin. It was cool, refreshing, and oddly comforting. At first, Allie was a bit scared. She couldn't see the bottom, and the water was deeper than she thought. But she didn't let her fear get the better of her. She remembered what her mom had told her. Allie, you're an alligator. The water is your home. This, though, gave her courage. She started to paddle. her little legs moving in rhythm with the gentle waves. Slowly, she began to feel more comfortable. She realized that she could float and swim, and she was really good at it. She swirled around, diving and surfacing, feeling the water rush past her. It was exhilarating. Allie was not just swimming, she was dancing with the water. Her fear was gone, replaced by a sense of joy and freedom. She was one with the water, embracing it like a long-lost friend. The swamp, her home, had a new meaning for her. It was not just a place to live, but a playground where she could explore and have fun. The sun was setting, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink. Allie swam back to the bank, tired but content. She climbed out of the water, her little body glistening under the setting sun. She had done it. She had swum for the first time, and it was more wonderful than she had ever imagined. With that, Allie had conquered the waters. Remember our quiz? The answer is an alligator can go through 3,000 teeth in its lifetime. Yes, that's right. Just like Allie, alligators have an amazing ability to grow new teeth to replace any that fall out. Over their lifetime, they can have up to 3,000 teeth. Now, that's a lot of tooth fairies. Speaking of growth, let's talk about how our friend Allie has been growing. When we first met Allie, she was just a tiny hatchling, barely bigger than the palm of your hand. But alligators grow quickly, and Allie is no exception. In just a few short months, she's already starting to look like a real grown-up alligator. Allie's not just growing in size, though. She's also growing in strength. With each passing day, she's becoming stronger and more capable. She's learning how to swim faster, how to catch her own food, and how to protect herself. It's not always easy, but Allie is determined and never gives up. And you know what else? Allie's growing in confidence, too. She's no longer the shy, timid little alligator we first met. Now she's a brave and bold alligator who's not afraid to explore her surroundings and make new friends. She's even becoming a bit of a leader among her alligator friends, showing them how to find the best spots to sunbathe and the tastiest treats to eat. Isn't it amazing how quickly our little Allie is growing? From a tiny hatchling to a strong, confident alligator, Allie is showing us that with determination and a little bit of courage, we can all grow and achieve great things. So here's to Allie, our alligator friend, and to all the amazing things she's yet to achieve. One day, Allie decided to venture further into the jungle. There was a world beyond her familiar swamp, a world of towering trees and chirping birds filled with the unknown. Allie, our brave little alligator, was curious and excited. She swam through the cool forest river, her tail swishing with anticipation. The jungle was teeming with life. Allie met a chatty parrot named Polly who knew all the jungle gossip. Polly told her about the mango groves where monkeys played all day, and about the ancient banyan tree, the wisdom keeper of the jungle. Allie listened, her eyes wide, learning about this vibrant new world. Next, she met a wise old elephant named Ella. Ella was gentle and kind, and she told Allie about the importance of respecting all life in the jungle. Every creature here, big or small, has a role to play, Ella said. Remember, Allie, we are all connected. Allie nodded, her heart full of new respect for the jungle and its inhabitants. She promised to remember Ella's words. As the day wore on, Allie explored more of the jungle. She met a playful monkey, a shy deer, and even a prickly porcupine. Each animal she met taught her something new about the jungle and about life. But as the sun began to set, Allie realized she missed her swamp, her home. The jungle was exciting and full of lessons, but her heart belonged to the swamp. So with a promise to visit again, Allie began her journey back. As she swam through the river under the starry sky, Allie felt a sense of accomplishment. She had ventured into the unknown, made new friends, learned valuable lessons, and returned home, safe and sound. She knew she was a little wiser, a little braver, and a lot more curious about the world beyond her swamp. But for now, the swamp was where she wanted to be. And that's the end of Allie's big adventure. Good night, Allie.